What's up YouTube? Aaron with Siegfried's Motorwerx. Here in this video today, I'm going to be taking you guys out, showing you behind the bars on this 2017 Honda CRF 250 Rally. A couple of things on this one. It does have a SRC lowering link. The seat was shaved down, recovered with a black cover. We do have the stock Honda cover for this one as well. And then we cut the kickstand and lowered it to account because before the bike was like gonna fall over to the right. Other than that, this one's bone stock. I think maybe it has headlights. I don't know. It's got this really nice white headlights. So I don't know if that's stock or somebody added that. But either way, let's take you guys out and show you what a rally is all about. Oh, actually, before we get started, so you Facebook safety patrol, don't light me up in the comments. Single cylinder, fuel injected 249cc, liquid cooled with a 6-speed transmission, 34.4 inch seat height. Now that is stock, so this one's a little bit lower than that. And 2.1 gallon fuel tank on the CRF 250R. Either way, let's hit it. So this is my first real ride, well technically second. The first time I rode this thing I banged a left right there and flipped around and went right back to the shop because it was cold. But either way, we promise to bring you guys new videos every Wednesday, and new videos we will bring every Wednesday. Doesn't matter if it's like 11 degrees. Sorry, I couldn't see my watch, but it's like 11 or 12 degrees here in PA right now. So it is brutal cold. But either way, we're out here to show you guys what the... Uh-oh. My shirt's coming undone. That'll be even colder. Passenger fogged up now. Holy wait. Sorry about that. Just didn't want to have a nip slip or anything. Still want to be able to mark my video that kids can watch it. Alright. Alright, so as we get going on this test ride, I'm just going to go over with this one a lot of the superficial stuff. I'm not a big Honda guy, and I'm also, completely honestly, I'm not a big dirt guy. So, I don't have a ton of the normal, real crazy, in-depth information that I have on these bikes like I normally would. This is going to be like a blind date, man. I'm just going to give you my first impressions on this thing. Seating position, extremely comfortable bike to sit on. My foot, I call this like a kitchen table style seating position. My legs are just at a nice 90. My legs and my lower half are a very comfortable position. My back's at a nice upright position. I'm able to sit real comfortably, and the bars are really nice width. Normally I'm finding on a lot of times on stock bars, they like crank your wrist so hard. This is a very, very comfortable bike as far as the bars and the seating position. It definitely would be a really tough bike if you're shorter to ride. So if you are, like, I would say honestly under 6 foot, like I'm 6'1", 6'2", and I struggle on this bike to like get my leg over, not like struggle, I guess is the wrong word, but like I definitely, man, how would you say that you don't sound like you're 3,000 pounds? I don't struggle. If I was any shorter, I would struggle to get on this bike. And this one's lower, and it's just very, very tall. Like even at red lights, like this is not the kind of bike where you're gonna put 2 feet down. Like you're 1 foot in this one, for sure. As far as the power, initially I was a little bit disappointed. Like when I first took it out down the driveway there, like it just didn't have that like that dirt bike snap that you're so used to anytime you do like the little bit of dirt bike riding I have done. I'm used to that dirt bike just being such torquey things, and this thing really doesn't have that. This is a really, really, really tame bike. So, I mean, that's good and bad. I'm sure if you're off-road, that tameness does help as far as riding, but on the street, I mean, it gets out of its own way, but it's not scary like here. Like, that's a lot of wide open throttle through the scary gears. No front end coming up, no nothing. So, I mean, it's just a really nice streetable bike. It's extremely fun, very nimble. Like, as far as like when you're bouncing down the road, like, it does handle really well, turns on a dime. So I could definitely see this being a really, really fun back road cruiser, like a mountain car bike, outside the lack of power. But truthfully, I mean, that's where you become a better rider, is under power. You're going to learn how to use the bike a lot more than trying to make up with the motor. So this would make a pretty solid first bike, for sure, in my opinion, as long as you can deal with the height of it. And I did see online when I was doing a little bit of research, because I'm being truthful again, I'm not a big dirt guy and I'm not a big Honda guy, so I was doing a little bit of research about these prior to doing this test ride today. A big gripe is how soft the rear suspension is. Now, it definitely is a very soft rear suspension, and you do notice that as far as like when you're weighting it up onto the kickstand, like, you can see it sag. So I definitely see the softness there, but for me on the street, this is a really comfortable bike. It's almost like if you've ever driven in, if you've ever driven in like an old Rolls Royce. Who's driven in an old Rolls Royce? If you've ever driven in an old Cadillac, or like the Crown Victoria police cruisers, like, those things just float down the road, and that's the same deal with this. Like, this is just an extremely soft suspension and nice riding bike, very easy on the back. Outside of the fact that this seat is incredibly hard, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it was shaved. If it wasn't for that, this bike would be super comfortable. Market-wise, I don't know what these things go for yet. As of filming this, I don't even know what we're putting this one up for. This one literally just came in. We did a couple little pieces of service to it, and then we're doing the test ride, and then we're going to clean it and put it up for sale. So I don't remember what we're putting this one up for. Whatever Kelly Blue Book is, I'll put that down on the screen, what we're putting this one up for. But I remember looking at the pricing when the guy came in and dropped it off, and it was extremely fair, especially for the fact that, like, this is a 2017. This is it has like 890 miles on it, but whatever it was, I wasn't looking at it like, man, that's crazy price. It seems like a really fair price, especially for the fact that you are, in theory, buying a dual capable bike. Like I said, this is the big brother to the 250L. The L is the more like enduro style, where you're going to have the traditional, small skinny front end. It's also going to have a little bit shorter wheelbase. The L is the bike that it's designed. Like, if you're going to be 50-50 off-road, on-road, the L is the bike you want. The R, while you would think rally, especially a dark car rally, Baja rallies and stuff like that, you would think that the rally would be the more rugged one, but in truth, the L is the more rugged bike. So, for whatever that's worth to you, that's just something to bear in mind. Oh man, it is cold. I don't know if you can tell, but it is like 12 or 13 degrees outside. I'm slowly filming this because we promised to bring you guys videos on Wednesdays, and it is Wednesday, and I'm bringing you guys a video. So that's why we're out here filming this. But either way, as we get back here, I'm just going to wrap up on this thing pretty quick. Sorry this one's so short and sweet, but it's freezing. So let me wrap up. Very, very 2017 Honda CRF 250R. Big brother to the L. The L is definitely the more capable off-road machine, but truthfully, I think this thing is a better street bike than it would be an off-road bike. It's a really nice, comfortable bike to ride down the road. Seating position, extremely nice. Handlebars, I wouldn't even mess with these. For me, personally, especially as a street rider, these bars are perfect. Gauge cluster I didn't go over, but I do like the gauge cluster. It's just nice and simple. Fuel gauge, tachometer, odometer, or fuel gauge, tachometer, speedometer, odometer, and that does have a clock. The only thing I would want to see on the fuel gauge yet, and just because for me, I don't do a ton of ride video, I don't do a ton of rides on this bike, so I don't necessarily I would want to see a gear selector, just because it makes it nice to ride a bike and know what gear you're in. I know you should keep track of that in your head and yada yada yada, but I don't care who you are. At some point in time, you've gone down the road and reached for sixth when you're already there. It would be nice to know what gear you're in. That would be a good feature. Are we gonna wiggle through here? Nope. Actually, we will. Look at that. I'm a dirt bike rider now. But yeah, either way, this is a 2017 Honda CRF 250R on off-road enduro style bike. Really, it's a good bike. If you're learning, this was a great bike for you. If you've been riding for years and you want to pick up a second bike, this is a great bike for you. If you're just like motorcycles, this would be a great bike for you. Either way, there it is. There it was. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave a comment. We tried a couple different camera angles here, so if you made it this far, I'd love to hear what you guys think of these different camera angles. And as always, thank you for watching. We will catch you guys in the next video, which will drop on Wednesday. Catch you guys then.